All right, morning everybody. We are, let me cut the fuel on. We are finally off that dirt job for a day and get a break from that place. We are, got the new driver with me. Oscar's running to pick up our new sweeper. But the new guy, he's riding with me in the low boy. We're gonna go pick up the, not pick up, we're gonna go to the job where the Mac and the dump trailer's at. We should finish the job today, so I'm carrying the low boy so we can get the equipment out of there. That way we'll be kind of out of everybody's way. So I will catch you guys there at the job. All right, so we made it up here to the bank job. Got the low boy parked back there because I'm hoping I'm gonna leave with this tractor at the end of the day. And that hammer, Jim, that is the new driver's name. Because when he calls, it says James, but so Jim, he's gonna go get the Mac checked out, all the tires and fluids and stuff. But yeah, what I'm hoping is left on this job, well, which should be left, is this little bit of concrete. I think there might be a footer in this little L shape right here. And then we have those islands over there. But, I mean, in all honesty, probably 3 loads, so nothing bad. And Oscar just, we have to pull up some of the curbing and stuff, but... And Oscar stopped. We got our new sweeper. We've been running one we got at an auction. Got a good deal on it, but you could tell the quality wasn't quite as good. So this one, the main difference, well, one, you can get parts for this one. It's a name brand one, but the metal, I mean, that thing's solid as a tank versus the one we had before. If you kick the front of it, you would dent it. So, and it's got the bucket part on it, so when we sweep, we can kind of catch all our trash. We're not necessarily just sweeping the dirt, we're trying to get up maybe trash, small pieces from where they spilled, loading the truck, and then we can dump it into a pile. So I'm excited about it. This is I think it's a CID brand or CDI, I can't remember. We've started buying some of those attachments and really good stuff, so we've had good luck at it. And it's half the price of, you know, I say name brand stuff, you know, dealer stuff with a, you know, cat on the side or Takeuchi or whatever. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. So we'll get some footage of that later today. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Oscar's gonna get this thing fired up, warmed up. Jim, after he gets his truck checked out, he'll pull up here and we'll start getting them loaded. So I'll catch you guys here in a minute. All right, so Oscar got himself over there in the where the crawl space used to be, which, believe it or not, on this bank it had a crawl space, which was unusual. Most of the time they're built on slabs, but this one had a crawl space in that area right there, which was interesting considering they had a bank vault. But anyway, so he broke up that big piece. If you watched one of my videos from last week, I believe, I showed you how big some of that stuff is right there. It's 15 inches thick, and then you see this extra footer like column right there. So he's got that broke up into somewhat sizable pieces. And then Jim, he's new to us, but he's got dump truck experience. This is his first time running dump trailer, which that trailer's full of water from all the rain, but he's gonna get pulled in. Oscar will get him beefed in to where he wants them. I thought a gun went off. And he ran over a piece of PVC. I probably didn't want them further up. Yeah, those pieces, they're kind of hard to get in the truck because you don't want to drop those things and do any damage. But let me get off here and help Oscar get this thing in the bed, make sure we don't get it stuck up there in the front. I'll catch you in a minute. All right, so I was gonna get footage of loading the truck, but the developer, his partner come by, his business partner, let me get that straight. But he stopped by and I was talking to him about final things they want done before we leave. I'm gonna try to get out of here today because the site guys are definitely coming tomorrow to start. So I was speaking to him, so I didn't get footage of him loading. Now Oscar's kind of raking everything up. We got 2 more loads of hardscape, like concrete and brick, and then a little bit of trash. And then we noticed this when we were walking the property. This ATM machine, it's gonna be reused. They're gonna add, once they're finished building the Chipotle, they're gonna power this thing up. But me and the guy noticed that this door, it had not been open, is now open. Now granted, there's no money in there, don't get excited, but nothing's been damaged. So we're pretty sure the company that maintains this for Bank of America or whatever had come and just forgot to lock it or whatever. So that was kind of a sigh of relief. But the developer, they're happy with us still, even though we're a little behind schedule due to that, moving all that dirt. We're about a day behind, but they're still happy, good guys. So Oscar's gonna run around, he's gonna rake that up, then he's gotta pull this footer out, pull that out, that one, and then I could have swore there's another one. Maybe not. So that's it. So not too bad. And then any curbing that got damaged trying to get to the building, we got to pull it up and haul it off. Like I said, we got a little bit of trash, but we were able to save all the trees. Those trees up there, that one, and that one over there, and the skid steer. They're mature trees, so we saved them. They want to reuse them. This one, I assume they're going to keep it. So we're making sure we got everything out of the ground back here because the grease trap was going in the ground somewhere right here, and then they'll have the drive-through machine right here, the speaker or whatever. But so yeah, we're making good progress, and thanks again for you guys watching. The subscriber counts, I mean, I still don't have a lot of subscribers, but we're making progress. We'll grow together. Watching my subscriber count go up is more exciting than my bank account going up, to be honest. It's I enjoy you guys watching. I enjoy making the videos and stuff, so we'll keep growing together. But I'm gonna let him finish raking this up and then get to it. And then this, I briefly spoke about it earlier, but I'm excited about this sweeper. We've always used the big angle brooms, which just make a god-awful dusty mess. But I understand they're good for moving like big stuff, I understand. But this one I'm excited about. It's heavy duty. Like I said, it's a CID or a CDI brand, something like that. We've gotten a couple of their severe duty buckets. And as you can see, it sweeps the material inside. And then that cutting edge kind of scrapes stuff up too. Like you got a little muddy material. It doesn't have the water package. The biggest reason is these don't really make a lot of dust anyway. And two, if I had the water package, we'd end up breaking it anyway. So, I like this thing. It's heavy duty. We need it for the type of work we do, stuff like that. And it's a good size. It's the 74 inch. Let's see, does it say? It says something 72. I think this is the 72 inch, which is great for that size. That's a 259 skid steer, D3, whatever they're calling them now. But it's not the big much. It's not like a 289. It's a smaller one. But for what we do, it's good because our guys can pull it behind a truck like this and still be under 26,000 1 pound, so they don't have to have a CDL. If I got into the 289s, they'd have to have, like Oscar would have to have a CDL to move it. And if any of y'all know, it's hard enough to find drivers, but trying to find CDL drivers that also run equipment and that are willing to drive little trucks too, is kind of hard to find. So we try to keep the smaller stuff under CDL. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. He's gonna start digging the footer. Things in there good. I just seen it move. Try not to damage the grass too much. They want to reuse it, but yeah, that thing's in there good. I'm gonna get off here and kind of help him navigate around this thing so we can get it yanked up without making too big of a mess. So I will catch you guys in a bit. All right, so he got that one out. That one wasn't too bad of a footer right there, but the one that was right here, that thing, well, it's sitting over there, but that thing probably went in the ground 4 or 5 feet. I've never seen, and these are not big light poles by any means. So that footer to me was overkill. And he's over here working on this one. Downside to this one is we can't dig beside it to get it out because there's an active gas line. and it's dead up to this point where it leaves the valve and comes over to our property. It's dead, but from there to the road, it's still very much active. But he's wiggling it around, so maybe he can get it out of there. Problem is, these things are literally 4 and 5 feet deep. So like it creates a vacuum, all the dirt around it. Maybe he's gonna change his angle and try to get it. But I'm gonna get off here and talk with him about it. We gotta figure out how we're gonna do it, considering there's a gas line that runs right here beside it. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, this is that light footer right here. So you can see where it's kind of lighter there and darker there. That thing's every bit of 8 to 10 foot. These lights were not that big, so I'm not really sure why. It's like they had extra concrete on the trucks. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to get a video of yanking the next one out with the chain. I didn't realize how big that was gonna be. So let me get this unhooked, and then we'll hook up to the other one, and I get some footage pulling it out. All right, so I didn't get footage of that last one because it actually broke off, but thankfully it broke off like a foot or two underground over there, that last footer where he's backfilling a little dirt. And I can't dig the rest of it out because there's an active gas line right up against it, so it's gonna have to stay, but it's below grade the way they wanted to, so we should be fine with as far as that goes. But it's funny, we've been trying our best. I mean, it's dirty out here, you know, but there's no damage to the asphalt, just a little bit of dust where we've been walking the machine because they don't want to reuse it. Then the site grader comes in, which the developer's been harping on me to keep these barricades up because people keep pulling in here and they're worried about people getting flat tires and stuff. So we've been trying our best to keep the cones up. Well, the grader backs in with the low boy, which I'm fine. He's got to open the cones. But when he left them open. And look, I'm one of those people, when you show up on somebody else's job site, put it back the way it was when you got here. But these guys unload this tractor, this sheep's foot or whatever, and they're just walking around with it on the pavement. And I'm not saying it's doing any damage, but it's, you know, we made all this effort not to damage it. So then they just come rolling in on this. So sometimes I wonder why I even try. God, I know I sound like I'm complaining, but, and I hope that's water over there. I don't know what they backed in. I don't know if they spilt something, like oil, if they had a leak on their cylinder for the low bore, if it's water or what. But anyway, I'll quit griping. Nobody wants to hear somebody whine. So what's left? We got this load of concrete left. We're gonna get that hauled out. And then we got that brick, and then we'll put those islands over there where we used to do the bank deposits or whatever. We'll add that to the brick. So we got 2 loads left, and then we'll take the skid steer, kind of dress this up, sweep the parking lot. The flagpole does have to go. We're gonna try to save it. My dad wants it, so we're gonna try to save it. It's just a little footer in the ground. And then we should be done. We'll load everything up on the low boy, skid steer, all the little buckets and attachments or whatever. We'll make sure all that gets in here, so that way tomorrow they can hit the ground running as far as the site work goes. So he's over there backfilling that hole too, where we pulled out that footer. I mean, I kid you not, those things are, God, they got to be 10 foot long. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna get off here, and I'll catch back up with y'all probably once we get everything off the ground. We start sweeping. I'll kind of show y'all how it's gonna look when we leave. So I'll catch y'all in a little bit. All right, guys, been working, kind of pecking away at it. Just got back from lunch. Oscar's wrapping up the last pile, and then we'll probably have a little bit of trash left for Jim to come back and grab. But got everything moved over here in this back corner. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on this side over here. We shouldn't need to be over there with the tractors anymore. I mean, the truck will roll in over there, but won't get any dirt. So I'm gonna sweep down this side and then sweep this back area, just a few little places like right here. I mean, nothing crazy back here. We didn't really have any machines. And then once we finish yanking up these islands over here, I'll sweep this area and then the front. But the site graders are coming in, so after I sweep it, I'll take a picture of what I did, but it's up to them to kind of clean up their mess when they come in. So let me hop in this thing, got everything hooked up. Everything's pretty standard as far as the couplings or whatever. So let me get the fired up and give it a shot, and then I'll show y'all how it does once I'm done. All right, so the broom, I have broke it in. It's officially dirty. Look at that. I gotta, everything we got's got like something red on, well, except for this, other than our logo. So I gotta do something. I gotta paint something red on it to match like our rims or whatever. I don't know, maybe I'll paint the pump or, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, but yeah, so I swept it. Everything's good. This right here is just like a little dusting on top because this ground's not perfectly level. So the straight edge on it, you know, you're gonna miss a little bit, but on flat ground, I mean, this thing is, I cleaned all this up. One good rain and it'll get the rest of that dust, you know. So I'm real happy with the broom. Did what we wanted to. And what's cool about it is the way that one works, like I explained earlier, some of y'all probably know, some of you don't. This broom, let me just show y'all. I always take it for granted and just assume everybody knows what I'm talking about. So it's got these flaps to help with dust and stuff, but there's the broom, and then you can see over there, oh, my knee locked. Anyway, but there's the bucket, it shoots it up in the air. That way, when you sweep, you're not just kicking it out everywhere. You're putting it in the bucket. In what I'm doing, I'm just dumping it over there in the dirt, and I'm mostly sweeping dust and dirt and stuff, so. But yeah, Jim's got the rest of the concrete. The only thing left, I haven't swept this area because we're still walking the machine and stuff. All that's left now, whew, God, I hate brick. Stuff will cut a tire quick. Got this little bit of trash, these little chips and stuff. A lot of times that stuff will just kind of get mixed in with the dirt. It's hard to get all this up perfectly. That's just part of demolition. We got to cut the power. They took it loose from the pole back there, cut it loose at the transformer. So all this line is dead, so we're just gonna cut it off underground. I don't want to rip it all the way out because it goes under the parking lot. We don't want to damage it. So he's going to come over here, get these islands ripped up, which the island itself shouldn't be bad to get up. Of course, I hold my breath as I say that. I just hope there's no footers underneath it because they're trying to save as much of this asphalt as possible. So, oh yeah, it's coming up good. And if there is a footer, as long as it's below grade of the asphalt, they're going to patch this, put asphalt back. What's going to happen is, again, they're leaving the ATM machine, so all this will still be a drive for the ATM. And then this side, you'll have a lane to drive through right here to go around the building. And then right here is going to be the drive for the drive-through. So there'll be no parking on this side of the building, from what I understand. Everything will be, I guess, in the back where the intercom's gonna be. And then on this side over here, they already got the ADA parking, which is handicap parking. And then they'll have the parking up there in the front. Oh yeah, look at that. That come up nice. So fortunately, no footers, so that's good. All right, good deal. Well, I'll get back to y'all once he gets these ripped up and loaded up. I'll sweep all this up, kind of get it cleaned up, and I'll show y'all how the broom did. Cause y'all see right now how bad this is. I mean, maybe some people don't look that bad, but we'll get this swept up, cleaned, make a world of difference. And then I get the machine loaded up because I gotta track the machine on the parking lot to load it. So anyway, all right, he's out of there with that last load. He's gonna be able to dump today. He's gonna come back, get this little pile, which is like 2 scoops, and then that little bit of pipe and conduit. That's it. We got the island ripped up. Went ahead and got the low boy detached. Once he gets done loading that little bit, when Jim gets back, I'm gonna throw the tractor on. That way, when we leave here today, it's like 3:15, something like that. So, but we'll get out of here. Got everything swept, as you can see. I know it looks dusty, but as far as clean, you know, one good rain will wash it. So we'll be set. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag my chains and binders over here, get it ready. So when we load the tractor, I can chain it down. Oscar can do one final sweep. But I gotta track the machine right here from over there, around, and stuff like that. So we'll have to do a little more sweeping, but not much. But I got the bulk of it done. So let me move these chains and binders, and I'll catch y'all once I get the machine loaded. All right, here it is, about 4:30, 4:45. Got it done, got the islands out, got the tractor loaded. Everything's good there. And what I did with the hammer is the hammer I put underneath the bucket like so. And this tractor's small, so it's not too tall. But yeah, got the hammer. Let me zoom out for y'all. Got the hammer pinned down, got chains on everything, flags, flag 3 axles down. Because between that hammer and that flip axle, that's an extra like, I don't know, 7, maybe 8,000 pounds. So we're good to go. Everything looks good. Oscar's swept up a little bit where we tracked over here to load it. Site graders are ready to roll. It's gonna start raining here in the next 20 minutes. So we're gonna rock and roll, and I will, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.